Okay, morning everyone, and welcome to the briefing on Tuesday, the 1st of November. Okay, so I've left the overnight chart here, first of all, to have a look at, just to show you the little low pressure that went through. Not intense, but it certainly had some sort of tightly packed isobars around it. And down on the coast, it was fairly windy. Isle of Wight apparently recorded a gust of over 100 miles an hour. Lasham weather station showed 45 knots at one point, about 1 o'clock in the morning. So pretty intense storm going through. And really, this is the first of the serious sort of autumn low pressures that has gone across us and given us a bit of a battering. This time of year, they start to line themselves up with the jet stream and flow through fairly regularly. And it's a case of trying to grab flying opportunities in between them. So what have we got today? Well, this is the midday predicted, showing a cold front clearing through. And you'll see on the rainfall radar that's over us at the moment. And then a very showery southwesterly air mass with quite tightly spaced isobars. After that, so still windy, still showery, and some quite intense lines of showers coming through for the afternoon. And then moving on to tomorrow, just quickly, a little bit more settled. Other charts show a little small curve in the isobars, a little ridge, just for a bit. So fewer showers, but look at the spacing on the isobars, still windy tomorrow. And that's going to be a theme of the rest of the week, really. Friday looks like the best day in the next few, by the looks of it. So TAFs, it says 9 and 18, between 9 and 18, 220, 14 knots. Currently, the Lasham weather station saying 20, gusting 30. And that's obviously as the front is going through. It'll drop a little bit after that goes through. But the important bits a little bit further on, they're still forecasting showers and rain, a Prop 30 tempo, anytime from sort of mid-morning onwards of 17, gusting 28, with showers and thunderstorms. And I think that's the trough lines, really. Sat pick, upper winds, down in the channel, 50, 55 knots, centre of the country, 25. So over us, upper winds 35 knots, maybe a little bit more than that. So pretty windy. BBC this morning, BBC Local was suggesting gusts over 30 knots for most of the day. Sat pick picks out nicely the line of rain here, and also the next couple of bands that are coming through. Small gap here, maybe flyable, maybe not. We'll see. Depends on how much it calms down after the rain goes through. And you can see the rain on the rainfall radar. There you go. And the next couple of bands just lining themselves up here, certainly for late morning and the afternoon, I suspect. I wouldn't be surprised if this fills in with cloud as well as the morning goes on. So Top Meteo's take on all this. The wind chart there sort of saying that's 9 o'clock. The oranges are 30 knots plus going through, and then we're into the green band, which is anywhere 25 to 30 knots, and this is the gusts for the day. So it could be gusting in it. It's certainly in excess of 30 knots at times during the day. The wind direction southwesterly. Cloud amounts, obviously it's fairly low, at the moment as that front's going through. And then that's sort of 11 o'clock clearing through us, but showing lots and lots of showers in here. And I think Top Meteo does overplay the rain option on it quite a lot. So it's still showing lots and lots of showers into the afternoon. And we can see that from their predicted rainfall. That's 9 o'clock this morning, and you just run it on for a couple of hours. They're pretty much showing wall-to-wall showers. I can see there's going to be gaps between the trough lines and the rain. So a possibility, but I think it'll depend on really how windy it is. If we're looking at gusts up to 28 to 30 knots, then I think it's a bit of a non-starter today. But certainly the BBC was suggesting the rain intensifying and the showers becoming more widespread from lunchtime onwards. Sky sight, really sort of slightly better picture. I think 9 o'clock showing the 10 o'clock showing the front having cleared through, and then just showing slightly smaller bands of rain coming and going as the afternoon goes on the strong winds. Everywhere is giving the same sort of wind strength forecast, certainly 25 knots plus on the ground, and maybe even more than that with gusts. So I think a slight possibility of flying, folks, but I suspect more tea drinking and looking out the window might be the option of the day. Looks better tomorrow, and then I think Friday has a potential to it. Okay, airspace wise, not really a lot going on. Quite quiet. I haven't even looked at what well, I know what 13 is. It's going to be high intensity radio transmissions at Boscombe Down, but no relevance to us, and there's nothing else on there that anybody would need to worry about. So quiet on the airspace front, but not quite so on the jet movements. 2 inbounds today. The first one, the flight plan suggests 12:30, but you look on Flight Radar 24, they're saying 1 o'clock, a 757 inbound. It's departing Manchester at 9:30 on an air test, and potentially into Lasham around about 12:30 to 1 o'clock. And then later this afternoon, an A319 inbound at about 5 o'clock. And that's on a short hop. So those 2 potentially today, really dictated to by the weather and the showers and the rain that are likely to be around this afternoon. Okay, folks, so I don't hold out a great deal of hope for flying today, but there may be a window. We'll see what it looks like. I'll be up there a little bit later. Jordan will be around fairly shortly, and we can make a decision then.